Hello students, this is Manoj Kumar. I would like to welcome you at the page of Sikhavati International Academy. Today we are going to discuss a chapter from the class 12th, and the name of the chapter is The Last Lesson. This chapter is taken from the book Flamingo. Here in this chapter, the first chapter, which is written by Alphonse Douhet. Somebody would say that is Douhet, and but actually pronunciation is Douhet. And his work experience, his life cycle was 1840 to 1897. Was a French novelist and a short story writer. And this is set. The last lesson is a set in the days of Franco-Prussian War 1817-1871, in which France was defeated by Prussia. Here, my dear students, you see that the word Prussia. Somebody would say Prussia. It's not Prussia. It's a Prussia, and which is now converted into a different European country, in European country in the continent of Europe. And actually, this story has taken from the war of which was held between the Franco and Persian. Franco is known as right now France, and Persia is a alignment of three different countries that were Poland, Germany, and Austria. So these three countries get together and had a war with France France. So here, in which France was defeated badly, and the Persian who got the opportunity to lead this country under its control, and uh, you could see this war. The captain of this army of Persia was Bismarck. Bismarck was leading this whole army. Persian then consisted of what now are the nations of Germany, Poland, and parts of Austria, in which story the French district of Alsace and Lorraine have passed into Persian hands. Read the story to find out what effects this had on the life at school. So here, the two districts, Alsace and Lorraine, these were come in the hand of Persia, and even though the country have been taken from the Persia to Persia, but what changes the school, the education has to face, even the students has to face, that we will come to know in this chapter. We are not discussing about anything about it, but before telling you this story, let me tell you about what is alignment. What is alliance? Alliance is a kind of a agreement which was which is held between two countries. Suppose there is a recent alignment which I want to talk to you, that is between Japan and America. Here, after the bombard of when there is a war between Japanese and Americans, where the Japanese has to face a lot of problem. You know very well the story of about their two countries. So in this time, the Japanese, the America has told that we have to finish this war. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, these were the two places in Japan where they have suffered still, that the people of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were suffered by many diseases. Even a newborn baby is also, just because of the there was a hydrogen bomb was exploded, a nuclear bomb was exploded by the America at the land of Japanese. So still there are the symptoms, there are the changes, which the climate had been converted, and now the people are suffering from many problems. But this was the country Japanese which had been stood again and again after having so much crisis in their life. But that is the Japanese country. But if instead of this country, if something else is there, it could be very impossible for any country people to stand back again. So in this country, in this period of time, the America had given its word that you don't need to build your army. What you have to do, you just do your work, get progress, get development, without army, if you need any support at the time of war, if you have some revenge, if you have any problem with any territory of the country, then we will support you. We will, as a your partner, as your alliance partner, we will support you. We will send you the army to protect your country, to protect your people. And this is the alignment. So here the same thing had been happening from a very past period of time. So just start the chapter before discussing anything. These are the words: in great dread of, counted on, thumbed at the edges, in unison, a great bustle, reproach ourselves with. So we will come to know, we will find out the word meaning of this, and just start the chapter. Here, I started for school very late that morning. Who is I here? Before starting the chapter, let's discuss about the I. I is the main character of the story, a student, and whose name is Franz. Franz is a kind of a neglected student who generally neglect the importance of school, importance of his own country, language. As in the initial stage, which we were discussing about that, what that the school life has to suffer a lot effect this had on the life at school. You know what happened actually, dear students? uh, if suppose uh, Chinese, if the if any war is being held between China and India, and suppose if China has won and the India is badly defeated by the Chinese army, what would be happen? The China will taken this country as its own part, and what will happen? The constitution which is right now going in the China, and the law and order is going in the China, will happen in the same our country. And as we are proud to say Indian, but in that period of time we will known as Chinese, and we have to leave, we have to abandon our own language, that is Hindi, that our national language. There are many languages of different parts of India which we respect a lot, which we consider that our mother tongue, but we have to leave all these languages and have to adopt, forced to adopt the Chinese language. And in this condition, how bad experience, how brutality, how cruelty, how harassment, how extortion we have to face, how guilt, how depressed we would be. So in such type of things will happen in this story, the student will feel at the end. Here also there is another character, that is the teacher, who has been continuously teaching a school in French school for last 40 years, and now he had got the order about that from tomorrow a new teacher of new language will be conducted in this school, and he had to leave the school. So this is the story where the French will learn, and the teacher what he teach in this last lesson. So that's why the title of the chapter is Last Lesson. Here, I started for my school very late that morning and was in a great dread of scolding. Great dread of scolding means dread is fear. I was too much in fear that I would be get scolded. I would be get scolded means that my teacher will scold me if I will not reach at time. Especially because M. Hamel, the second character which I told you, the teacher, had said that he would question us on participles. Participles, my dear students, you know that it is a part of grammar, and like different language have grammar as well as. So this is the participles which he will ask us about participle, that present participle, past participle, or that is the participle. Here, and it's a part of grammar, especially verb. So here he would ask some questions about the topic participles, because he told us yesterday that he would ask tomorrow, and I didn't know the first word about them, and I didn't know that the French didn't know anything about this topic. For a moment I thought of running away for running away and spending the day out of doors. It was so warm. The day was today little bit warm, so bright. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods, and in the open field back of the sawmill, the Persian soldiers were drilling. So here, the French was telling us that the day was very bright. The everything was nice. The birds were chirping at the woods. Woods means a kind of jungle, kind of forest was area was there, and there was a sawmill. Sawmill means a woodcutter factory, a industry. Behind the woodcutter factory, there was a drilling was being taken by the soldiers of Persian. As this country was defeated, the France was defeated. So now the Persia had dominated on that particular place where is Alice and L'Oreal. Now, so so here what would happen, there was a drilling means the army early morning, the army has its own training where they do exercise, where they do march, where they do all kind of exercise about the weaponry, about the different skills. They learn a different type of things. So that training process was going behind the sawmill. It was all much more tempting than the rule of participles. Tempting means attracting. The scene, every prospect of even nature as well as the company of the army was doing the practice. All these prospect was so tempting, so attractive to as compared to the lesson, the school, the classroom which I have to spend a very bad day. It was all much more tempting than the rule of participles. So compared to rule of participles, such things are more interesting. But I had the strength to resist and hurried off to school. But I gathered the strength not to spend my day to watch such type of things. So I resist means control, stop all these imaginary things, whatever I'm looking at, the field and the sawmill and the army was doing the practice. I just ignored them and I just went towards the school. I hurried off to school. In the next paragraph, here, when I passed the town hall means you could say that in our city there are square, like we can say chalk, circles are there. No? So when I passed the town hall, there was a crowd in front of the bulletin board. For the last 2 years, all our bad news had come from there. So my dear students, in that period of time, especially 1870 or 18, there was no television, there was no internet, not broadcasting, nothing was there. So every news and every updates, the people of the country get from a bulletin board. A notice board is situated at the main square, at the main places of the city, where people can come across by the every new updates that what's going in surrounding. As we get updates everything from the television, from the newspaper, from different source of getting information. But in the previous time, in the past time, the people get every information from the bulletin board. So here last 2 years bad news had been translated by the people. The lost battles, the draft, the orders of commanding officers, and I thought to myself without stopping, what can be the matter now? So every information that we have lost the battle and we have the country is being taken by the Persian, and every commanding officers who is giving the order, the new law, new rules, we have been getting through this bulletin board. And I thought myself, what stopping? Without stopping, why should I waste my time? What can be the new matter happening? That's why the crowd is surrounded by the bulletin board. So what's happening? What new thing is going to be happen? In the next paragraph, then then as I hurried as fast as I could go, the blacksmith watcher who was there with his apprentice reading the bulletin called after me, "Don't go so fast, bub." Bub means boy. You will get you will get to your school in plenty of time. Now here, as fast as I could go towards my school, what happened? The blacksmith watcher. Watcher is a name of a person who was a blacksmith apprentice. Apprentice means a new learner who is learning the work of blacksmith, how to work as an iron man, है ना? Who was learning the basic skills, the initial knowledge about how to melt or how to give a shape to the iron rod or everything. So the apprentice called him after reading the bulletins, updates, called after me, don't go so far, don't go so fast, bub, don't go so fast, boy, friends. You will get your school after a long period of time, after in a plenty of time, that it will take a long time to reopen the school, because now everything will be going to start from the new beginning, new stage, new prospects, new aspects of life. So that's why he is commenting. I thought he was making fun of me and reached Amhammer Little Garden all out of breath. So finally, friends had reached at Amhammer, the teacher's school, the school garden, and he was out of breath because he was running so fast. So he was out of breath. Usually, when school began, there was a great bustle which could be heard out in the street. Bustle means great noise. This word also have come great bustle. In the word meaning you have to find out. So here great bustle means big noise. When in the working hours, in the school hours, definitely there are too much noise. If you go across your school, if you also live in your school, you also go to your school, you see that in the school hours there are too much noise. But when the after school hours, when there is no one, the school remains so silent, the school remains so calm, which could be heard out in the street, the opening and closing of desk, lesson repeated in unison. Unison means beta, in a big and with together voice, very loud with our hands over our ears to understand better, and the teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. My dears, you would be shocked that ruler means the stick which is generally you have seen in the hands of teacher, to give the punishment, to make scare students that they have to be in discipline. I don't believe in sticks. I believe in that student can be melt by the love, by the affection, by the giving a right manners, showing the right paths, so they can be, because they are soft hearted, they are so nice to understand everything, so there is no need of ruler. But Am Hamel used to keep the ruler with him, rapping on the table, just making a hit on the table. So what's the prospect inside the classroom? There was a noise could be here, generally closing or opening the desk by the students, lesson repeated in unison, very loud with our hands over our ears to understand better, so to put focus what we are learning. Like you have seen in the small classes that the students generally learn the table by two ones are two, two threes are four, like two ones are two, two twos are four, two threes are six, two fours are eight. Then in this order, in right order, all the students sing or recite their table in a same tone. This is called unison. Uh, sorry. But now it was all so still. But this time the school was so peaceful. It looks like the school was out of like that is a holiday is going on or something is there, because there is no sound could be seen. I had counted on the commotion to get my desk without being seen. Here that meaning of commotion means concentrate. I was just concentrating that I have to enter in the class, enter in the school without being visible, without coming in the eyes of especially teacher M. Hamel. Commotion means concentration. That day everything had to be as quiet as Sunday morning, but this day was looking like that today is Sunday, but that's why it was so peaceful. But actually it was not Sunday, but it was looking like, it was being observed by friends that today might be Sunday. That's why the school is so close, so cookie, so cool and keep calm and very peaceful. And M. Hamel, sorry, Through the window, I saw my classmates already in their places, and M. Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. Ruler means same that the stick. So I saw through the window that my old students, my old classmates were sitting at their places, and M. Hamel was one walking here and there and putting his ruler under his arm and wandering here and there. I had to open the door and go in before everybody. So before means in front of everybody. So I have to open the door and cross the door and sit in front of everybody and sit at my place. You can imagine how I blushed and how frightened I was. Blushed means here the meaning of blushed means how shameful I was, how frightened, how scared I was at that time when I was entering in the classroom. But nothing happened. M. Hamel saw me and said very kindly. This time, M. Hamel saw me very kindly. Go to your place quickly, little friends. We were beginning without you. And here, my teacher, who was very cruel, who was always trying to threaten me, who was always trying to beat me, or always, generally, most of the time, he beat me whenever my homework is not completed and whenever I come late. But this time today, he didn't ask me any question, any cross question about why I am late. He just answered me, he just replied me in a very kind voice that, French, just take your seat, and we are starting this chapter before your arrival. But nothing happened. I just over the bench, I jumped over the bench and sat down at my desk. Not till then, when I had got a little over my fright, did I see that our teacher had on so beautiful green coat. So as my fear was over, as fright means fear. So I just jumped to the desk and sit at my place, and I saw that whenever I was out of fear, when I was out of tense, that time what happened? I saw that, I observed that my teacher M. Hamel was in a beautiful green coat. His frilled means loose. The frilled means loose. Loose shirts and the little black silk cap, all embroidered, that he never wore except on the inspection and prize days. My dear, embroidered, you have seen there is a kind of embroidered is attached at the jib of the at the pocket of the coat, and also some hanky, some in a very right decorative way. It is being mentioned over here, so it looks so professional, and even the tie, the watch, everything was well maintained. And it happens once or twice when there is an inspection was going on, or the prize distribution ceremony is going on, in two incidents, or might be three incidents in a year. He used to wear such type of, or he used to perform in a like a sophisticated manner. Beside, the whole school seemed too strange and Solomon, my dear, serious. And the school was looking so strange this day, and so serious. But the thing that surprised me most was to see on the back benches that were always empty, the village people sitting quietly like ourselves, old hussars with his three cornered hat, the former mayor. Who is the former mayor? The old horses. Who is the former mayor? Mayor means in the field of security, in the field of army, in the field of police. That is known as mayor. And the former postmaster, and several other besides. Everybody looked sad, and Hosser had brought an old primer. Primer means where the table, where the alphabets, where their own English alphabets, their own French alphabets, everything is mentioned. That is a small primer that generally UKG, LKG, first standard students bring such type of primer with them to learn or to recite everything. Brought an old primer, thumbed at the edge. Thumbed means, my dear students, hold from the two edges here. Also, this is the word meaning which we saw at the very first page. So you need to understand that the thumbed, where we are, thumbed at the edges, thumbed at the edges, and he held it open on his knees with his great spectacles lying across the pages, and he was putting full, he was just gazing, he was just looking each and every alphabets, every number very carefully through the spectacles. Spectacles means, beta, you knew specs. He was spectacles, he was just looking each and every words, alphabets, across the his lens of his spectacles. While I was wondering about it all, while I was wondering that what's going on, M. Hamel mounted his chair. Now he stood up from his chair and, in the same grave and gentle tone which he had to use to me, said, "My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you. This order has come from Berlin to teach only grammar, only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine." Now here, Mr. M. Hamel stood up from his chair and said that today I'm going to teach you. Today it would be my last lesson, because there is an order had been passed through the Berlin, where it come through the Berlin, and to teach only grammar in the school of Alsace and Lorraine. None of other language would be taught except Persian or German. The new master comes tomorrow. This is your last French lesson. I want you to be very attentive. And tomorrow you are that you will that a new teacher will be introduced, and he will teach you the German. And today your last lesson of in French language would be taught by me. So you have to pay full concentration, read it very carefully, learn it very carefully, in a very attentive. Attentive means with full alertness. What a thunderclap these words were to me. Thunderclap means what a shit these words, what a worst words, what a bullshit these words were to me. Oh, the wretches, that was what they had put up at the town hall. Oh, the wretches. The meaning of the wretches means, my dear students, unfortunate people. Oh, the unfortunate people. Wretches means unfortunate people. That was what they had put up at the town hall. Okay, that's why now I understood that in the main whole town, in the whole town hall, I have seen that the people were gathering in a crowd and just beside the bulletin boards, and they were just looking at it and talking to each other. Okay, now I understood that the thing was happening at that place. My last French lesson. Why? My last French lesson. Why? I hardly knew how to write. I should never learn anymore. I must stop there then. How it could be my last lesson? I even didn't know how to write, how to read properly. I should never learn anymore. Now he is trying to regret how it could be possible. He was an old student. He had been continuously coming to school for a long period of time, but now he is repenting. He is regretting on his own mistakes, that he was just spending his time out of other activity except school, except education, and he was busy in other wasteful activity. But now he is repenting. He is regretting, why I spend my piece of time in a wasteful, in a bad things. I must stop there then. How sorry I was for not learning my lesson, for seeking bird's eggs. So what type of activity does he spent in what type of activity where he spent his whole time, he wasted his time while the teacher was teaching in the class? What he was observing out of window, he just used to watch the bird's edge, eggs, birds